strength she crafted her delight. A woman touched with spirit, she dances to the light.
So is that too fast?
No, I think it's okay. You just have to remember the words. Yeah, it's a lot of words.
I know, and I'm trying to play the chords and say, what are the...
That's a lot of words to get out.
Okay, do you want to keep practicing? I mean, we're going to start in 2 or 3 minutes, so you think that's okay? Okay. And then should we end with, where's the fine? After the chorus, I think.
So after and nearing the prophet to her head, blah, 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 we're going to dance tonight. We're going to do another verse.
Dance tonight. Last time. And the women dancing with the king. Yeah. Okay, good. How are you? I realize more people are coming, so I better put this on. No one here? Testing, testing. So you can hear me, right? Oh my gosh, it's too loud. Yeah, because this is, if I put it here, then on my voice, it won't be the right place, so. Yeah, I think that works.
They're speaking from mine. I mean, I'll say something so everyone knows, but of course that means we're going to have to keep it adjusting that because I'm so tall. That's all right. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? So we don't need to keep adjusting that. All right. I usually fold it. Oh, that's weird, but
You don't, you're not folding it.
no, this is. Yeah. Yeah. I found it. All right. So, what? Oh. I can close it. But we can just start with singing it. Yeah. Okay, sure. So Linda Hollander's not? I know, I feel like Linda asked Linda Hollander to join, I think. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah, you can start. Oh, so Linda and Lindsay. Okay. You'll be fine.
Please. Please. Page 10. Hine matov umanayim. Join together, brothers and sisters, joining together. Page 10. Hine matov, Psalm 133. Hine matov umanayim, shevet achim gam yachad. 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 Hine matov umanayim, shevet achim gam yachad.
Shabbat Shalom. It is good to be together. Welcome back, of course, to Cantor Louise Treitman. And we are both delighted this evening to be joined on the Bima by members of our Temple Sisterhood. And our sisterhood will be helping to lead us in prayer and song. You can find some additional readings on your supplement here. And of course, for our whole congregation, we invite you to join with us as we end our week together, as we take this time together to celebrate Shabbat. I also want to note that today is International Holocaust Remembrance Day, so we're adding prayers of memory as well. And it is good to come together to celebrate, to comfort, to lift one another up. I'd like to invite Linda Small, who has been coordinating this service on behalf of Sisterhood, to begin on page 8.
Thank you. I begin with a prayer of gratitude for all that is holy in my life,
God needs no words, no English or Hebrew, no semantics and no services, but I need them. Through prayer, I can sense my inner strength, my inner purpose, my inner joy, my capacity to love. As I reach upward in prayer, I sense these qualities in my Creator. To love God is to love each other. To work to make our lives better. To love God is to love the world God created and to work to perfect it. To love God is to love dreams of peace and joy that illuminate all of us and to bring that vision to life.
As you can see, Linda has chosen to weave in a theme of gratitude throughout our service, beginning with that prayer for gratitude. So invite all of us here tonight to think about what we are grateful for. And if you are helping to lead a prayer, you're going to come right up here to the microphone, and you're welcome to make your way up maybe a page before. You can even sit on the bima. For now, we're going to turn back to pages 2 and 3 as we invite Liz Watsky and Linda Holliner to bring in the light of Shabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu l'hadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat.
Amen.
You want to sing?
Baruch atah
Adonai,
Eloheinu melech
haolam,
asher
kidshanu
mitzvotav
v'tzivanu
lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
We learned about gratitude and humility, but so many people had a hand in our success, from teachers who inspired us to janitors who kept our school clean, and we were taught to value everyone's contribution and to treat everyone with respect. Michelle Obama.
And we'll continue on page 20 as we bring in the Sabbath bride with Lechadodi. We'll join in verses 1, 2, 5, and 9. And on the last verse, if you're able, you're welcome to rise, face our doors to bring in Shabbat.
Lechadodi
Likrat kalai, alalai, 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 ne Shabbat, ne kabela. Lechadodi likrat kalai, alalai, 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 ne Shabbat, ne kabela. Shamor v'zachor v'dibor echad, Ishmiranu el hameyuchad, Adonai echad, Shemo echad, L'shem u'tiferet ve'elitila. Lechadodi likrat alai, alalai, 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 Pri Shabbat nekabela. Lechadodi likrat kala, yalalai, 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 Pri Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'necha, ki mekor v'racha, merosh mikadem nasucha, sof maaseh b'ma עכשיו התחילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, יללי, 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 בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, יללי, 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 בני שבת נקבלה. התעוררי, התעוררי, כי מאורך ומאורי. אורי, אורי, שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, יללי, 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 בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, יללי, 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 בני שבת נקבלה. בואי בשלום עטרת נעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה. טוב אמונה עם סגולה, בואי חלה, בואי חלה. דודי לקראת כלה, יללי, 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 בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, יללי, 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 בני שבת נקבלה. We'll remain standing if you're able and turn to page 26 for Chatzi Kaddish.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה.
Amen.
יעלמה דברך חירותי וימליך מלכותי.
בחייכון וביומכון ובחייך בית ישראל. בעגלה, בעגלה, ובזמן קריב. ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך, לעולם עולם בהמיה יתברך.
יתברך וישתבח, ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתעלה. שמי קדושה
בריחו
לעילא מכל
ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דמירן בעלמה, ואמרו אמן.
Yai da 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 da. Yai da 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 da. Yai da 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 da. Yai da 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 da. Yai da 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 da. Yai da 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 da. Yai da 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 da. Yai da 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 da. Baruch et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach, HaMevorach le'olam. HaMevorach, HaMevorach
page 30 with Ma'ariv Aravim.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim bechokma betoheach sharim uvitvuna mishaneh etim umachalif et hazmanim seder et hakokavim b'mishmo reitehem barakia kirtzono.
Borei yom v'layla, golel or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or. Uma'avir yom umevi laila, umabdil bein yom uvein laila. Adonai tze'abaot shemo. El chai v'kayam, tamid yimloch aleinu le'olam va'ed, Baruch atah Adonai hama'ariv aravim.
As you taught Torah to those whose names I bear, teach me Torah too. Its mystery beckons, yet I struggle with its truth. You meant Torah for me. Did you mean the struggle for me too? Don't let me struggle alone. Help me to understand, to be wise, to listen, to know. Lead me into the mystery. Baruch Adonai Ohev Mosh Israel.
Shema Yisrael,
Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kevon Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Please be seated. Continue on page 36. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'chol levacha v'chol nafshecha uv'chol meotecha v'hayu advarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam lefanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha uv'lechtecha v'aderech uv'shochbecha uv'kumecha וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם, אמן.
A Thanksgiving prayer. For the laughter of the children, for my own life breath, for the abundance of food on this table, for the ones who prepared this sumptuous feast, for the roof over our heads, for the clothes on our backs, and for our wealth of blessings, for this opportunity to celebrate with family and friends.
For the freedom to pray these words without fear, in any language, in any faith, in this great country, whose landscape is as vast and beautiful as her inhabitants. Thank you, God, for giving us all these. Amen.
Continue with the Mi Chamocha, which you'll find on page 40, and then we're going to be moving to Miriam's song on page 342. So first page 40, and then page 342.
And as we prepare for Bichamocha, our song of freedom and rejoicing, as is custom at Sisterhood Shabbat, with adding Miriam's song, if anyone would like a tambourine, please help yourself. Somehow my office has become the storage of the Sisterhood tambourines, I forgot, but they are here, so help yourself. Or you can, please, Mark. And as the Midrash says, some had tambourines, but of course, leaving slavery, we didn't all, so some heard the sound in their hearts. So either way, join in the spirit. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar b'kodesh, Nora tehilot osef eleh, Nora tehilot osef eleh. Malchutecha ra'u vanecha, okeyayam livnei Moshe Miriam, Zelianu ve'amru, Zelianu ve'amru, Adonai imoch le'olam va'ed, Adonai imoch le'olam va'ed. And the women dancing with their timbrels followed Miriam as she sang her song. Sing a song to the one whom we've exalted. Miriam and the women danced and danced the whole night long. And Miriam was a weaver of unique variety. The tapestry she wove was one which sang our history. With every thread and every strand she crafted her delight. A woman touched with spirit, she dances toward the light. And the women dancing with their timbrels followed Miriam as she sang her song. Sing a song to the one whom we've exalted. Miriam and the women danced and danced the whole night long. As Miriam stood upon the shore and gazed across the seas, the wonder of this miracle she soon came to believe. Whoever thought the sea would part with an outstretched hand, and we would pass to freedom and march to the promised land. And the women dancing with their timbrels followed Miriam as she sang her song. Sing a song to the one whom we've exalted. Miriam and the women danced and danced the whole night long. And Miriam the prophet took her timbrel in her hand, and all the women followed her just as she had planned. And Miriam raised her voice in song, she sang with praise and might. We've just lived through a miracle, we're going to dance tonight. And the women dancing with their timbrels followed Miriam as she sang her song. Sing a song to the one whom we've exalted. Miriam and the women danced and danced the whole night long. And the women danced and danced the whole night long. So as we say in Tot Shabbat, there's a time for the instruments and a time to put them away. So I'm going to invite Mark to collect the tambourine. I couldn't resist. It usually works. So. Sally, I'm going to actually invite you to come up before we sing the Hebrew. And as we transition into Hashkivenu, our prayer for the evening, we're on page 43.
As we enter the dark of evening, we face the unknown. We ask that the shadows of God's wings envelop us with love and mercy. She's reading first. I thought I had it afterwards.
Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up, waiting to do your will.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu L'shalom, l'shalom Ve'hamidenu shomerenu L'chaim Ufros aleinu Sukkot shlomecha V'takenenu b'tzah tova milfanecha V'hoshienu leman shemecha V'hagen badenu V'haser me'aleinu Oyev dever v'cherev V'rav v'yagon V'harhek mimenu Avon v'fesha Uvtzel kenafecha tastirenu Ki el shomerenu umatzilenu ata Ki el chanun verachum atan Ushmor tzeitenu voenu L'chaim ul'shalom me'ata ve'ad olam Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha Baruch atah Adonai Hapores Sukat shalom aleinu Ve'al kol amo Yisrael Ve'al kol Yoshevei Tevel Ve'al Yerushalayim.
Blessed are you, Adonai, guardian of Israel, whose shelter of peace is spread over us, over all your people Israel, and over Jerusalem. Continue as we celebrate Shabbat, page 44.
V'shameru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat לדורותם ברית עולם ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת
לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם,
אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
כי ששת ימים עשה
אדוני, את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
וביום השביעי
שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
A prayer for daily insight. Open my eyes, God. Help me to perceive what I have ignored, to uncover what I have forgotten, to find what I have been searching for. Remind me that I don't have to journey far to discover something new, for miracles surround me. Blessings and holiness abound, and you are near. Rabbi Naomi Levy.
We take these prayers of gratitude into our Amidah, the central prayer of our service, and we'll begin together and have a few moments to add our own prayers from our hearts as well, perhaps our own prayers for thanks. If you're able, please rise, and we'll continue on page 46. Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei HaKol, V'zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, Umevi Geula Livnei V'nehem, Leman Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer Umoshia Umogen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'Ezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechaye hakol atah Rav lehoshia, Mashiv haruach umorid hagashem, Mechakel chayim bechesed, Mechaye hakol berachamim rabim, Somech noflim ve'rofeh cholim, Umatir asurim, Umekayem emunato, Lishenei afar, Micha mocha bal gevurot, Umido melech, melech memit umechaya, umatzmiach Yeshua. ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני האל HaKadosh. Continue silently. Please feel free to be seated when you are ready.
Page 58. Modim anachnu lach, modim anachnu lach, modim, modim anachnu lach, modim anachnu lach, modim anachnu lach, modim, modim anachnu lach. Shatahu Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohevotenu le'olam va'ed. Sur chayenu Magen yishenu atahu ledor vador. Nodelcha unsaper tehilatecha al chayenu hamesurim nishmotenu apekudor lach. Modim anachnu lach, modim anachnu lach, modim, modim anachnu lach. Modim anachnu lach, modim anachnu lach, modim, modim anachnu lach.
The top of page 59. God of goodness, we give thanks for the gift of life, wonder beyond words, for the awareness of soul, our light within, for the world around us so filled with beauty, for the richness of the earth which day by day sustains us, For all these and more, we offer thanks. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha v'chana'eh lehodot.
In spite of everything, I still believe that people are still good at heart. I see the world gradually being turned into a wilderness. I hear the approaching thunder, which will destroy us too. I can feel the suffering of millions. And yet, if I look up into the heavens, I think it will all come right, that this cruelty too will end, and that peace and tranquility will return again.
And we'll continue on page 60 with our prayer for peace.
Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Tasim leolam, ki ata melech adon lekol hashalom, ki ata melech adon lekol hashalom. Shalom rav al Yisrael amcha tasim leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. V'tov v'necha levarech et Amecha Yisrael b'chol עת ובחושך בשלומך. Shalom Rav Tasim leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim leolam. Tasim leolam. Tasim leolam.
And we connect peace with healing as we turn to page 253 and pray for loved ones, members of our community who are ill at this time. We are especially thinking of Colin Monroe, Enrico Mascaro, Annette Zerachian, Benjamin Horowitz, Bradley Dichter, Mateo Goldman, Toby Weiner, Esya Rushavskaya, Eileen Arnone, Jean Sands, Roseanne Cohen, Tom Fiorino, Carolyn Weil, Stephen Driscoll, Jerry Spingarn, Caroline Spingarn, Beth Gottlieb, Kirby Druffel, Abraham Ben Chana Levi, Joseph Sands, Ruth Brofsky, Samantha Weiner, Ethel Sharanow, Rhea Rebecca, Ida Kublin, Sam Velika, Peter Lawrence. If there are other names that you are thinking of, you may share them with us.
Patricia Carter. Jackie Krasowski. Grace Wicks. Jennifer Wallace.
Toby Hyman. And all those in our hearts as well. Mishabero avoteinu mekor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength
who bless the ones before us. Help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misheberach imotenu mekor habracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shelema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. I would like you to know that you are all witness to an historic moment right now. So this is the Mishkan Tefillah prayer book that I've been using since it was published. It was given to me as a gift at my congregation, my first congregation in California. So I believe it's about 15 or 16 years old, and I have used it every Shabbat of my rabbinate so far, and I have watched each Shabbat the binding getting a little looser, and just tonight, I think I need a new Mishkan Tefillah, so this is well used, which just means I'm going to have to redo all my Post-it notes. But anyway, this is a bit of a bittersweet moment because there's a lot of personal prayers in this Siddur, but I've been waiting for it to happen, and tonight was the night. Well, going back a little bit further in time from when I received my first Mishkan Tefillah Siddur, my college rabbi, Rabbi Al Axelrod, some of you may know him. He was the rabbi for many years at Brandeis University. Rabbi Axelrod had an annual tradition of giving the Shifra and Pua Award. Each year at this time, Rabbi Al announced the recipient of this prize, someone who had acted with moral courage despite potential danger to their lives or reputations. Some of the honorees were international human rights heroes, such as Archbishop Desmond Tutu. Others were less famous, students, professors, unsung heroes who had stepped up to act on behalf of people in need. Shifra and Pua, the fascinating Egyptian midwives who saved Hebrew children in the opening book of Exodus, along with all of the strong women that we find in these opening chapters of the second book of the Torah, serve as models of moral courage. There are also many Shifras and Puas in our sanctuary tonight. Strong women who have raised your voices in prayer and in gratitude. Some of you may recall that I have now an annual tradition here of whenever I have the privilege of sharing the Bima with my fellow sisters, of thanking you for celebrating women's voices in Jewish tradition, for recognizing women's leadership from the Bima and in Jewish ritual, and for helping to pave the path for me to become a rabbi. This is a time for gratitude. As you have invited me to the opportunity to teach tonight, I look forward to sharing a little feminist Torah and a message that hopefully speaks to all of us about our ancient and modern story of slavery and redemption. This week's Torah portion, Bo, which means go, includes the last 4 plagues cast by God upon Egypt. This Torah portion foresees the Israelites' exodus from Egypt, and the exodus specifically includes men, women, and children. And this Torah portion offers us the first taste of freedom. You shall observe this for all time, for you and your descendants, And when your children ask you, the Torah says, what do you mean by this rite? You shall say, it is the Passover sacrifice to God. God instructs the children of Israel that they shall eat no leavened bread for 7 days, and that this custom will become a set time each year. Our Torah portion is the first Passover. Parashat Bo includes 2 curious phrases. The first has to do with God's instruction to the children of Israel to take the blood of the paschal offering and to put it on the doorposts of their homes. The Torah says, that night I will go through the land of Egypt. When I see the blood, I will pass over you, so that no plague will destroy you. Then a few verses later it says, the blood on the houses where you are staying shall be a sign for you. There is a bit of a debate among the commentators about whether the blood was on the inside or the outside of the doors. At first glance, it would seem that the Israelites were told to place it on the outside so that God could see it and pass over. But if the blood was supposed to be a sign for them, it would perhaps then seem that the blood should be on the inside of the doors. Rabbi Laura Geller, who was the 3rd female rabbi to be ordained, a true pioneer, offers this way to understand the challenge. Perhaps we were meant to put the blood on the inside and on the outside of our houses. This is both a sign to others about who we are and a sign for ourselves about who we are meant to be. Our freedom begins by a willingness to identify ourselves simultaneously as oppressed and ready to break the bonds of oppression. Then we are instructed to tell our story. In other words, the physical sign is spiritually both inside and out. The Passover story reminds us that we each have in Egypt a Mitzrayim, a narrow place that keeps us from being free. And we each have to find ways to open the door, to show ourselves externally, and to help others go free. American poet Muriel Rukeyser asked, what would happen if one woman told the truth about her life? The world would split open. Many of us here at Beth David during our Women's Seders have experienced opening our doors wider to hear voices that have previously been silenced. A favorite reading in the Seder is by Susanna Heschel. She tells the story of the liturgical Seder that her father, Rabbi Abraham Joshua Heschel, would lead from the Haggadah, and the Seder that took place in the kitchen among the women of her family. In each generation, it is incumbent upon us to invite more people around the table, to open our doors, and to create sacred spaces in which to share our stories. What will we leave behind the door this year? In what ways will we go free? What stories will we tell? Does it seem strange to be asking these questions at the end of January? Perhaps the timing of this Torah portion, which is always in January or February, is intentional in that it gives us ample time to reflect on these questions before we arrive at the Passover Seder in the spring. The other curious phrase is that God will redeem us from Egypt with a strong hand and an outstretched arm. What could this possibly mean? We know that God does not have the physical human form. Well, the phrase is referenced again when God tells Moses to stretch forth his arm and tell the people to go forward. According to the Talmud, we can learn about the significance of an outstretched arm from a surprising biblical character, Pharaoh's daughter. In the opening verses of the book of Exodus, Pharaoh's daughter, the first to do this, extended her arm to reach for the baby Moses as he lay in a basket on the Nile River. The Talmud in Tractate Megillah, which we usually think about Esther, teaches that Pharaoh's daughter heard the baby's cry and miraculously stretched her arm 60 amot, or cubits, which is roughly 18 inches, so times 18 inches by 60, someone can do the math, her arm miraculously stretched very far. And because of this, she was given the name Bat Yah, the daughter of God, because she acted in the image of God, extending a strong hand and an outstretched arm across the divide of class and nation, out of compassion for the crying Hebrew child, the very embodiment of human vulnerability. Rabbi Sharon Cohen Anisfeld, president of Hebrew College up the road, suggests that this teaches us that redemption starts with a small and simple gesture of simply reaching out a hand. We tend to think about this Exodus story of the road to freedom as a long and arduous journey, the incredible divide between people and between getting from here and where we want to go. She suggests, start with a hand or a word. The rest will follow. Lastly, in our Torah portion, God tells Moses to tell Pharaoh, "Let my people go so that they may worship me." We were not redeemed to serve ourselves. We were given a sacred responsibility. Freedom is not without purpose. Our purpose is to be holy and continue to create a better world. So be a Shifra, be a Pua, be a Batya, be a Miriam, an Anne Frank, a Michelle Obama, and a Knott Hoffman, a Linda Small, a Cynthia Atkins. Most importantly, be the orange on the Seder plate, which represents the colorful, wonderfully diverse, unique person that each of us is, inside and out, and that each of us was created to be. Shabbat Shalom. And before I invite Linda up once more just to offer a few other words and announcements, again, gratitude to the members of Sisterhood for leading us in joyful and meaningful prayer this evening. Good job returning the tambourines. So we'll they're in my office if you ever want them in a box. You can continue to celebrate Shabbat tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. with our lay-led minyan in the library and on Zoom. Next Shabbat evening, we have just so many full Shabbatot here. Next Shabbat evening, we will be led in prayer by our teenagers. So we have our Naughty Youth group, other teens in the community, 8th through 12th graders. So they could use your support. If you want to come back, we'll have some contemporary melodies and readings as well, weaving in the theme of Tu B'Shvat, because the Jewish New Year of the Trees is also next weekend. So kind of ideas of growth and renewal and repairing the world, and lots of energy and joy from our teens leading us in prayer. Please look at your weekly shofar email for everything else, for adult learning, for other sisterhood and brotherhood programs. And actually, just because there is a deadline, the following Shabbat, February 10th, we are bringing back Shabbat B'Bayit, Shabbat in the home, pairing different people together for Shabbat dinners. You can sign up. You can indicate any request you have, but the sign up is next Wednesday. So we would love to have participants. Again, if you've got health concerns, there's lots of ways to configure the home. So just put your request down, and we would love to pair you up. Linda, would you like to share a few other words? And again, much gratitude to Cantor Treitman for your music and just your presence here at Beth David. We're just going to do this.
Okay. Before I say thank you, I want to take a second to say why I picked gratitude as our topic. Is that all right? Okay. Have to ask. No, the reason I did, I was thinking about everything that we are grateful for. Getting through the pandemic, family, friends, getting to know members of the congregation. So that's how it came about. I want to thank Rabbi Karen for her support. I am a Sisterhood Shabbat virgin. This is my first time. I want to thank Cantor Treitman for helping me not make a fool out of myself, because I told her before if I sang, I would empty out the entire sanctuary. You can ask my children. I want to thank Bonnie for ushering. I want to thank Mike Perna and Linda Holliner for opening the doors for us. Shabbat Shalom.
All right, thank you again, Linda, and again to members of Sisterhood, just for your fellowship and community. We'll also look forward to members of Brotherhood leading Shabbat services on February 24th. We are going to move into our concluding prayers. I saw all the food coming in, so I know there's a wonderful oneg as well at the end of our service in our social hall. You can find Aleinu L'Shabeach on page 282, and we rise. Aleinu L'Shabeach L'Adon HaKol, L'Tegedula L'Yotzer Breshit, Shelo Asanu Kigoye Ha'aratzot, Velo Samanu K'mishpechot Ha'adama, Shelo Sam Chalkenu Kahem, Vegor Aleinu Kechol Hamonam, Vanachnu Korim, Umishtachavim Umodim, Livnei Malach, Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, V'ne'emar v'haya Adonai l'melech al kol ha'aretz bayom hahu Adonai echad u'shemo echad. If you're able, we remain standing and turn to page 294. As I mentioned earlier, as we take this moment to remember, we are remembering, of course, all who perished in the Holocaust, as this is International Holocaust Remembrance Day. And I also acknowledge recent loss of life in Jerusalem today. We are especially remembering these members of our community and families who have passed away in recent weeks. We are remembering Lenny Berliner, uncle of Mark Berliner, David Lozer, husband of Jody, father and father-in-law of Sarah and Brett Hausler, and Gloria Weller, mother of Dan Weller, mother-in-law of Lisa Fastberg Weller, and grandmother of Sophie, as this week completes Shloshim, the period of the first month. And we are remembering these loved ones whose yahrzeit occur this week. Yetta Goldstein, Ray Goldstein, Ernest Greenberg, Lois Gross-Schneider, Enid Lane, Albert Linsky, Max Marchand, George Mills, Phyllis Mincombe, Helen Plummer, Charles Preisler, Murray Preisler, Esther Rain, Reuben Rothblatt, Cynthia Spark, Robert P. Springer, Mary Van Dam, Herbert Wang. If there are others you are remembering, you may share their names. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei, bechaye echon uvyome echon uvchaye dechol beit Yisrael, ba'gala uvizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehi Shmei Rabba Mevorach Leolam Ulamei Amaya Yitbarach V'yishtabach V'yitpa'ar V'yitromam V'yitnaseh V'yithadar V'yitale V'yithalal Shemei Dekucha B'richu Le'ela Min Kol Birchata V'shirata Tushbechata V'nechemata Damiran Be'alma V'imru Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabba Shmaya V'chayim Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael V'imru Amen. Oseh Shalom B'mromav Hu Yaseh Shalom Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael V'imru Amen. Zichronam Livracha, may their memories be a blessing. In anticipation of our oneg, we're going to go ahead and say our blessings for Kiddush and Motzi, and I understand the individual cups of wine and grape juice are back. Thank you, Lori. Page 5, Cantor Trayman, would you like to lead us?
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen.
Baruch atah
Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kirshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat chodsho Be'ava uratzon hinchilanu Zikaron lema'aseh v'reshit Ki hu yom techila lemikra'e kodesh Zecher l'tziat Mitzrayim Ki banu v'acharta Ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim Ve'shabbat kodshecha ve'ava uvratzon hinaltanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh Shabbat.
L'chaim.
And as Rabbi Karen's getting ready to do the Motzi, I just want to add my thank you to all of the wonderful participants, and thank you for inviting me to join you. It's great to always come back and share Shabbat with you.
Let's bless together. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lachem min haaretz Shabbat Shalom. Whoever is going out first, you can bring the challah with you. And we will conclude with words of peace. Oseh Shalom. May God who makes peace above bring peace here amongst all of us.
Oseh Shalom b'mromav, Uyaseh Shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei Tevel, ve'imru Amen. Oseh Shalom b'mromav, Uyaseh Shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei Tevel, ve'imru Amen. Ya-la-la-la-la, 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 shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshei Tevel, ve'imru, Amen. Ve'imru, Amen.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Amen.